Hello, and welcome back to Why Cats Do That, the channel for curious cat lovers just like you. Do you dream of having a feline friend to curl up with on the couch, of hearing that gentle, rumbling purr beside you as you read a book? But then, does that dream quickly turn into a nightmare filled with images of black sweaters covered in a layer of white fur, of constantly running a lint roller over your furniture, of sneezing fits and itchy, watery eyes? You are not alone. It's the great paradox for so many animal lovers. Our hearts say yes, but our allergies, our vacuum cleaners, and our desire for a clean home often scream no. It can feel like you have to make a choice between the unparalleled companionship of a cat and a life free from a constant battle against fur and dander. Well, we have some incredible news for you. That choice might just be a false one. While it's true that there's no such thing as a completely shed-proof, 100% hypoallergenic cat, there are some truly amazing breeds that are a game-changer for tidy homes and sensitive owners. These are the cats that break the mold. So today, we're your guides on a journey to find your perfect, low-maintenance match. We are counting down 5 incredible cat breeds that barely shed or smell, and we'll be giving you all the details you need to know. Stick around, because your future best friend could be on this list. Now, before we meet these amazing cats, let's get 2 very important things straight, because we know our community is full of knowledgeable owners, and you deserve the real facts. First, let's pull back the curtain on the science of cat allergies. It's a common misconception that we're allergic to a cat's fur itself. The truth is, it's not the hair that makes you sneeze. The real culprit is a tiny, sticky protein called FeLD1. This protein is present in a cat's saliva, its skin, and its urine. When a cat meticulously grooms itself, it spreads this protein all over its coat. As the saliva dries, the protein flakes off on tiny particles of skin and fur, becoming airborne dander. It's this dander that gets into our noses and lungs and triggers the allergic reaction. So, when we talk about a hypoallergenic cat, what we really mean is a cat that either produces less of the FeLD1 protein to begin with, or sheds so little that the dander it does have mostly stays on the cat, instead of floating around your home. Understanding this is the key. And second, let's talk about the idea of smell. We need to be crystal clear on this. Healthy, well-cared-for cats are incredibly clean animals and do not have an unpleasant body odor. They are famous for their fastidious grooming habits. So when we mention a low-smell breed in this guide, we are not suggesting other cats are smelly. Instead, we're referring to specific breeds whose coat types don't trap oils and dirt, or, in some very specky cases, those whose unique grooming needs, when met by their owner, result in an exceptionally fresh and clean companion. Alright, with that important science and respect for our feline friends out of the way, are you ready to meet the cats? Let's get to our list, starting with one of the most famous and striking breeds of all. When you think of a low-shedding cat, the Sphynx is probably the first image that pops into your mind. And for good reason, they are the definition of a hairless cat. Now, technically, they aren't completely bald. Their bodies are covered in a very fine, almost invisible downy fuzz, giving their skin the texture of warm, soft suede or a fuzzy peach. Running your hand along a Sphynx is a unique sensory experience. They are incredibly soft and radiate an intense, comforting warmth because they have no thick coat to trap their body heat. Their why is obvious. With no real fur to speak of, there is virtually no shedding of hair around your house. This drastically reduces the spread of dander, making them a top contender for allergy sufferers. But what about their personality? Don't let their somewhat alien appearance fool you. And yes, if you're an Austin Powers fan, you'll definitely recognize the Sphynx as Mr. Bigglesworth. But while they are often cast as the sidekicks to movie villains, their real-life temperament couldn't be more different. The Sphynx is a social butterfly, an extroverted goofball, and an absolute love bug. They are mischievous, playful, and crave the spotlight. They will follow you from room to room, help you with your work, and insist on being part of every family activity. They are deeply affectionate and form powerful bonds with their humans, often demanding cuddles to stay warm. But now for the catch. The Sphynx is, without a doubt, the most high-maintenance cat on our list. That lack of fur comes with a price. Without a coat to absorb their natural skin oils, those oils build up directly on their skin. This means they require regular, typically weekly, baths with a special cat-friendly shampoo to prevent them from becoming greasy and to keep their skin healthy and clean. They also need their ears cleaned frequently, and their skin needs to be protected from the sun if they go outside. So, with a Sphynx, you trade your vacuum cleaner for a bath towel. Next up on our list, at number 4, we have the elegant and whimsical Cornish Rex. If the Sphynx is a bit too bold for your taste, but you love the idea of a truly unique coat, the Cornish Rex might be your perfect match. These cats look like they stepped right out of a fairy tale. The why for their low shedding status lies in their minimalist coat. Most cats have a coat comprised of 3 layers: coarse outer guard hairs, a middle layer called on hair, and a soft, downy undercoat. The Cornish Rex does away with the top 2. They possess only the soft, curly undercoat, which lies close to their body in beautiful, Marcel-like waves. With significantly less fur to begin with, and no coarse guard hairs to fall out, they shed far, far less than a typical cat. For their personality, many owners will lovingly tell you that a Cornish Rex simply never grows up. They are famous for retaining their playful, mischievous, kitten-like behavior well into their adult years. Often called the greyhounds of the cat world for their slender, athletic build and incredible speed, they are highly intelligent and active. They love to play fetch, learn tricks, and explore every nook and cranny of their home. A Cornish Rex isn't a cat that will be content to just sit on the windowsill. They want to be in the game, playing right alongside you. And the catch? Much like their distant cousin the Sphynx, that fine, single-layer coat has a downside. It's not very good at absorbing the natural oils from their skin. While they don't require bathing quite as frequently as a Sphynx, they do need more baths than the average cat to prevent their fine fur from feeling oily and to maintain their skin health. It's a manageable trade-off: less time lint rolling your clothes, a little more time with some gentle cat shampoo. Moving on to our number 3 contender, a vision of silvery grace and quiet intelligence. The Russian Blue. The Russian Blue is a stunningly beautiful cat, known for its shimmering blue-gray coat and captivating emerald green eyes. They carry themselves with a regal, muscular grace that is simply breathtaking. The why behind their inclusion on this list is their incredibly dense and unique coat. A Russian Blue has a double coat, which might sound like a recipe for shedding, but it's special. The fur is so dense that it stands out from the body at a 45-degree angle. It's so plush and velvety that you can literally trace patterns into it with your finger, and they will remain until you smooth them out. This dense structure does a remarkable job of trapping dander and loose hairs close to the skin, preventing them from becoming airborne. Now, it's important to be honest, they do have 2 heavy shedding periods a year, for about 2 to 3 weeks as they switch from their summer to winter coats and back again. However, outside of those short periods, they are remarkably minimal shedders. Regular brushing during those seasonal sheds will make them a breeze to manage. For their personality, the Russian Blue is a gentle, sweet-tempered, and quiet soul. They are affectionate and loyal to their family but can be shy or reserved around strangers. They aren't as demanding or boisterous as some of the other breeds on our list, preferring a calm and stable environment. They are incredibly intelligent, easy to train, and form deep, loving bonds with their chosen person, often greeting them at the door and following them quietly around the house. The catch for the Russian Blue is less about maintenance and more about their sensitive nature. They thrive on routine and can become stressed by loud noises or a chaotic household. They need a family who appreciates their gentle spirit and provides them with the calm, predictable environment they need to feel secure and happy. At the number 2 spot, we have a breed that is as famous for its voice as it is for its beauty. The Siamese. With their striking color point coat, piercing blue almond-shaped eyes, and sleek, elegant figure, the Siamese cat is one of the most recognizable and popular breeds in the world. The why is simple and effective. The Siamese coat is short, fine, and has no significant undercoat. This means there's very little fur to shed in the first place. Their grooming needs are incredibly low maintenance. A quick brush with a fine tooth comb once a week is usually all that's needed to remove any dead hair and keep them looking their absolute best. Less fur means less shedding, which means less dander in your home. Their personality is legendary. If you are looking for a quiet, ornamental cat, the Siamese is not for you. These cats are brilliant, social, and famously vocal. A Siamese doesn't just meow. It holds full, complex conversations with you, expressing its opinions on everything from the quality of its dinner to the birds outside the window. They are extremely people-oriented and need to be the center of their family's world. They are playful, loving, and demand constant attention and interaction. They will greet you at the door, sleep in your bed, and supervise your every move. This leads directly to the catch. A Siamese cat left alone or ignored for too long can become lonely, depressed, and even destructive. They are not independent cats. They require a human who is home often and is willing to engage with them, play with them, and include them in daily life. Their need for attention is as significant as a Sphynx's need for a bath. They are a true companion in every sense of the word. And finally, we've arrived at the number 1 spot on our list. This may be a surprise to many of you. It's a breed with long, luxurious, magnificent fur, a cat that looks like it should be the poster child for shedding. But it is, for one very special scientific reason, perhaps the best cat in the world for allergy sufferers. Yes, you heard that right. One look at the Siberian's glorious, triple-layered, semi-long-haired coat, and you'd think we've made a terrible mistake. This is a cat built to survive the harsh winters of its native Russia. It's big, it's fluffy, it's everything you'd think a high-shedding cat would be. So, the why? This is where we come back to the science. Remember that FeL-D1 protein? Amazingly, studies and countless owner testimonials have shown that Siberian cats naturally produce significantly lower levels of this allergy-inducing protein than almost any other breed. For many allergy sufferers, this is nothing short of a miracle. We often hear stories from owners, people who couldn't be in the same room as a cat without their eyes swelling shut, who can bury their face right into a Siberian's fluffy belly and feel absolutely nothing. The low protein level, combined with a coat that, despite its length, doesn't tend to mat or shed excessively outside of seasonal changes, makes them the top choice for many. The personality of the Siberian is as wonderful as its coat. They are known for their bold, fearless, yet easygoing nature. They are powerful and athletic, capable of leaping to incredible heights, but they are also gentle giants. They are intelligent, friendly with children and other pets, and have a dog-like loyalty. They are not overly demanding but are always happy to be near their people, often communicating in a series of soft chirps, trills, and purrs. And the catch? The main consideration for a Siberian is grooming. That magnificent triple coat needs regular brushing, at least a few times a week, to prevent tangles and remove loose hair, especially during their spring and fall shedding seasons. They are also a large and powerful breed that needs space to play and explore. But for many, the joy of having a stunning, affectionate cat without the allergic reaction is more than worth the time spent with a brush. Before we wrap up, we want to give a quick honorable mention to a group of cats with short, fine coats that are also fantastic low-shedding options, like the sleek, panther-like Bombay, the affectionate and people-loving Burmese, and the slender Oriental Shorthair, which comes in over 300 different colors and patterns. They are all wonderful choices worth exploring on your journey. So there you have it. From the high-maintenance but hairless Sphynx to the surprisingly hypoallergenic Siberian, it's clear that you don't have to sacrifice a clean home or your health to enjoy the incredible love of a cat. The right feline friend for your lifestyle is out there. And remember, while we focused on purebreds today, many wonderful mixed-breed cats in shelters can have these amazing low-shedding traits too. It's always worth a visit. Now, we want to hear from you. Your stories are what make this community so special. Do you own one of these incredible breeds? What has your experience been like? Or perhaps you have a story like Betty, one of our viewers, who found that her body adjusted and her allergies faded over time with her beloved cat. Share your story in the comments below. Your experience could be the one that helps someone else find their perfect companion. If this guide was helpful on your journey, show us some love by hitting that like button to let us know. And be sure to subscribe to Why Cats Do That and ring that notification bell for more expert guides to help you understand, care for, and live your very best life with your amazing cats.